you know, disrespecting me while I'm trying to buy something out of her store. Y'all gotta be able to think, we gotta be able to think in situations where we know they wrong. You know they wrong. You know they done profiled you. You know they acting on a stereotype. They think because you black, you big, that means you know, you brutish, you angry, and you ready to do something to it. A lot of times, and again, I'm making a stereotype. I'm making a stereotype. But this is how we survive. This is the reality of it. The reality of it, we operate in stereotypes. We prejudge people. We prejudge people. Prejudice is when it's about being dismissive of people because of things that we already think about them. That's when it's wrong. But we make judgments. We prejudge people and everything all the time, and it's all right. It's actually a safety mechanism. You know what I'm saying? If you know, guess what? You make prejudgments about your own people. If you know certain people to stay away from, right? You know when you go to certain areas, you should not hang out there, right? But what I'm saying to you is that don't allow for somebody else's ignorance about you because they don't know your character. They don't know who you are. Don't allow somebody's ignorance to cause you see what I'm saying, stress, pain, hurt, or get, you know, whether it's jail or at worst, to lose your life over what somebody else, they don't know you. They don't know you. Even a cop, if he comes up to you, I'm not saying you bow down, but what I'm saying is be respectful. Absolutely. You gotta be respectful, and you know, you comply so that you can get home. I know this. It's tough. It's tough to be able to stomach somebody mistreating you, but don't you get aggressive and give them a reason to really hurt you. Yep. Y'all understand that? Do y'all understand that?
Absolutely.
So when you get old enough to drive, remember there's two things you should do with somebody else. And listen, let me tell you something. You don't have to have done anything. It's gonna happen to you. The police don't come and check for you. They don't come and check for you. I'm telling you. If you drive in our neighborhoods, they coming to check for you. And now, again, if you in the wrong and you know you're wrong, you know, you ain't got no fight. But if you haven't done anything, that's more reason to not sweat it. 9 times out of 10, you might have to go through some inconvenience for a minute or so, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, and then you're going to move on. It's not right. It's not right. But you know what? Do what you got to do. You know? Yeah, if they come up behind you, turn that radio all the way off and let your window down so you can hear the commands that they give you when they come at you.
Speak up. Speak up.
What about, say, you said you were in a two-lane highway?
A lane going this way and a lane going that way.
So
And
no one can hear you. Can you stand up? Stand up.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to find somewhere good to park before pulling over so you don't cause traffic over?
Well, I wasn't parked. I was trying to get around a car that was moving really slow. So I wasn't parking. I was driving, and the car in front of me was driving.
I'm saying if it comes to us where there's actually a lot of cars and it's a day or something, would it be a good idea to find somewhere where it wouldn't cause traffic?
Yeah, that's always the case. And actually, you can't park. You can't double park. Double parking, which causes traffic, is probably illegal too. You shouldn't do that. You'll get a ticket for that. You'll get a ticket for that.
All right. We got a visitor in the house, and Plug.
Yeah.
Can you share some experience with the racial profiling and what you would recommend for our young black boys?
Well,
please.
Just to reiterate what the instructor has said, you know, a lot of guys that I see on YouTube and everything always complain about their rights and all of that. But like you said, at the end of the day, you need to get home.
Yeah.
So the rights got to be put aside. be respectful to the police officer. Like he said, turn that radio down, roll that window down, put both hands on the steering wheel where it can be seen. Any movement can be considered as aggressive, especially to these southern cops. So you got to make sure you comply to everything they say, be respectful, and like you said, at the end of the day, you probably gonna go home because they do stereotype us real bad. And being an adult, you know, I've seen it go on and on and on and on. But I haven't had that much experience with cops except speed tickets and all that. So that's
And you know you're in the wrong, so you gotta give it up.
So I just comply to everything they are saying because you got a lot of trigger happy
Yeah.
cops on the force. And another thing they said in my hometown where we have plenty of KKK. They trade in the hood for a bad job doing.
Yeah.
Just another reason to hurt a black man and get away.
Yeah. Thank you. Brothers, brother. Oh, go ahead, sir.
Okay. Last month I was in Aventura. Like you say, Aventura. That's one of the places that you go to. Like if you're black, you have to look out. Really look out there because they will stop you. They will stop you. So I was getting ready to go to the Apple store. So I came up, stopped at the stop sign. I could see the police coming around the curve like this. And when he came around the curve, let me get up for him. So they was like, ah. Okay. So when he came around the curve, I had already stopped, and I made the right turn. And when I made the right turn, I'm thinking he's getting ready to go after somebody else. So I just drove slow on up to the next stop sign. So I you know, I didn't do it that way. I did like that. Tell him to come on around me if he come here, right? He said, no, you. So I got to the stop sign. Stop. He got out the car. He came in with, but it looked like somebody that in the American Legion that I go to. It looked identical now, and he knows me. You know, I thought it was him. So I started laughing. I haven't had to on the steering wheel, so I started laughing. And he said, your license clean? That's how he's acting. I said, as far as I know, yes. So I started talking. He said, I said, yeah. And I thought he was, you know, conversation because they do just like the guy that said, please do it. So he said, can I see him? So I gave him the license. I sat there. You got my hand on the steering wheel. I ain't gonna move after I gave him the license. And he said, your license is good. He said, you know why I stopped you? I said, no. He said, you see it's a little thing that look like where you have the cameras in around the building.
Yeah.
He said, that is what caught you and it came up on my screen. I said to myself, now I'm just pulling out and you way around the other corner. I didn't say that to him. I said, oh, you way around the corner and you telling me that came up. So I said, he said, okay, it's green. I said, okay. Then after he talked to me, he said, well, why didn't you say? I said, yeah, you look just like somebody that I go to the American Legion with. I thought you was calling me, stopping me to talk. And he said, okay, everything's fine. And so he said, all right, you all right. And they say, but you see, in that corner there, that's the thing that said that. I'm saying to myself, now I ain't even got outside. And you already telling me that this thing that caught me. How did it see my tag? I don't have a tag in the front. My tag is in the back. Right? But I wouldn't say that.
I'm gonna say a few words.
And then, like he said, too, your hand on that steering wheel and don't say nothing. Go in on that and do what he's doing. If you want to talk to him, he'll talk to you. Other than that, do not. Now, the thing is, because we got a lieutenant that's in there with us from the police department for Miami-Dade County. If you're getting pulled over, he said if your stuff is down here for your insurance and all, if you can get it out while you driving down the road, try to have everything out so when you get there to you, and you have your hands on that steering wheel, so all you had to do is pick it up.
Yeah.
Do not move. Just sit there until he tell you what to do. Okay? And after he tell you what to do, you do it. And everything will be good. So this is from the lieutenant himself, okay? So and all I'm saying is, hey, when they pull you over, if you think something wrong, try to have both hands so that they can see them at all times. All times. Because they will shoot you.
They will.
They will shoot you.
And won't
They
hesitate.
won't hesitate.
Won't hesitate.
Like Deacon James was saying, you know, the camera he's talking about, they have like new technology.
Yeah.
Right.
Like during Memorial Day weekend or anything that's happening on the beach, they got license scanners. So as soon as
They know who you are.
They know who you are as soon as you cross that beach, that bridge.
Yeah.
They
There.
know who you are. They scan your license plate, and that's profiling as well. You know what I mean? They say they're doing it for the safety of the community and the people on the beach. And you know, we tried to fight it at the NAACP. We're like, you know, that's profiling. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, be scanning people's licenses and just pull them over, because they was pulling over like
Yep.
on Memorial Day weekend. Every black person was getting pulled over.
Yeah.
You know, whether you had a charge or not, they just want to make sure. Oh, we want to make sure everything okay, and they saying it's for the safety.
Lying.
The safety of for the who? The white people on the beach.
Yeah.
So again,
Nothing, y'all. But they do have on the cars, and they kind of had some code when it worked for them. You see the cars with a whole lot of antenna on the back of the trunk. It will scan your license plate if he's driving behind you. It will scan your license plate because it'll pick you up.
right.
Most of the time what they're looking for is expired license plates, and sometimes they come up and say, hey, oh, this person that driving that got a warrant against them. And that's how they catch them.
Right,
But
you
they're
know,
going out there looking for expired license plates when you see
yeah,
them.
but you know, again, during those special days on the beach, I mean, it just backs traffic up. And we're saying it's like unnecessary for you to be doing this when what's the causeway?
Venetian.
Venetian
Julia
and
Tuttle.
Julia Tuttle, you got cars backed up all the way because they're scanning everybody's license plate for claim the safety of the community. So, I want to hear from Brother Golson. Well, first of all, I want to say, of course, the internet let us down, but we're moving on. That's what we do. That's what leaders do. You know, you move past any challenge that you may have, and that's what you guys do as young men as well. So we're going to move forward, and we're going to hear from some experts, and we got some more coming down, and you guys still get to eat.
All right. I'm gonna try not to be left. I'm not, when I say this, I'm not doing this with the intent on trying to, brag or anything like that, but I'm gonna bring it to you from a perspective of, I work in county courts, Miami-Dade County courts, and I deal with, with police officers coming in court when people want to challenge or challenge a ticket and whatnot, and I hear different dialogue that comes from officers' point of view when they'll make little remarks that they may not say openly, but as a clerk, I'm sometimes privileged to hearing information about discussions that may have happened when they pulled over a suspect, a suspect or defendant, and they'll talk about certain things such as being argumentative. That's one thing, and
Okay.
Elder Woods touched it about the thing about sometimes the other thing too, after they pull you over, try to, as least as possible, to be confrontational with them.
Yep.
If they ask you something, just respond to the question. Don't get into all of that, why you pulled me over and this, this always happened, this type of stuff. All you're doing is escalate. A lot of times you're escalating the situation.
Yep.
Right.
And it shouldn't even get to that point. I've seen situations where people have walked in and they've had charges by officers, and the officers said, you know what, because of the person's behavior and their conduct, Your Honor, I want to dismiss the ticket. I don't even want to give the person a charge because they had a good attitude.
Yep.
So my thing is, it's not always, that, in that, you're being pulled over, that it's, it's meant for you to cock an attitude with them. Just cooperate. They can see your demeanor in terms of saying, hey, this person is, has a calm demeanor. They're not even going off like I thought they